61 years, he gathered people from all walks of life, and we all loved him. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Scott's Uncle Mike. I'm married to Lori, Jeannie's youngest sister. Lori was only 6 years old when Scott was born on Father's Day in 1964. Today would have been his 62nd birthday. Lori never really thought of him as a nephew. To her, he was more like a little brother. She has fond memories of them growing up together on Fairweather Road in Tustin, spending endless hours in the backyard, running around with the family dog Champ, and creating the kind of childhood adventures that seem to last forever in her memory. One of Lori's most vivid memories is of Scott when he was about 4 or 5. Her mother, Joy, was not happy about something Scott had done and came barreling into the yard with a look that said, "This child, damn it, is about to learn a lesson." Scott took one look at her and immediately understood the situation. He was in deep trouble. So he did what any sensible little boy would do. He ran. Well, his Mimi took off after him, determined to catch him. Unfortunately for Joy, Scott was young, quick, and suddenly aware that he did have athletic advantage. Within seconds, it became clear to both of them that Mimi was not going to win this race. Scott realized it first and started laughing. Then Joy, completely out of breath and faced with the ridiculousness of the whole scene, started laughing too. And just like that, whatever Scott had done was forgotten, replaced by the two of them standing in the yard, just laughing. It was during those years when Scott was very young that he met a neighborhood boy who would become a lifelong friend, Matt Bagley. And I think Matt's here somewhere. Okay, he's in the house. Like many childhood friendships, theirs began with simple adventures and endless hours playing together. Lori remembers Scott and Matt hopping on their matching scooters and tearing through the neighborhood, their skinny little legs pumping as fast as they could go, bouncing between each other's houses. Their friendship lasted the test of time. Through the years, Matt remained one of Scott's closest friends, sharing in the milestones, the challenges, the laughter, and the grief that make up life. I think that's a testament to the kind of person Scott was. He had a gift for making connections that lasted. Whenever you knew him, whether you knew him for a few months or for decades, he had a way of making you feel like you mattered. And those friendships stayed with him throughout his life. Those of us that were lucky enough to call him family now treasure the memories we made with Scott. He was just a little boy when I first started dating Lori. I remember one evening when Jeannie was having a very hard time getting Scott to go to bed, believing that bribery was a perfectly reasonable parenting strategy. I offered him a quarter if he would go with his mom, go do what his mom asked him to do, and go to bed without any fuss. Even at that young age, Scott knew a good deal when he heard one. He immediately accepted the offer and headed off to bed. Glad that was 1973, as it would likely cost me today $50. When Scott went off to high school and college, we didn't see much of him for a few years. So it was a pleasant surprise when he resurfaced as a confident young man, fresh out of college and ready to take on the world. He had a gift of storytelling even then. Whether he was sharing an adventure, a family update, or one of his many jokes, he always had a way of drawing people in. Whenever I saw Scott, I knew I